Your favorite brands weren't created overnight. They were re-envisioned over time with lots of thought and intention on the front end. After you design your brand, incorporate it into everything you do. This will create a unique and authentic experience for your fans. With that said, I fully encourage you to invest in this area of your business and pay artists what they're worth. Hello and welcome to Your Band is a Brand, a podcast established to bring bands, brands, and businesses together to help independent artists grow and scale their business in the music industry. I am your host, David Key, and today we're going to be talking about designing your brand, the look and feel of your band. Branding is a process of self-reflection. Think about a brand that has made an impression on you. What makes that brand memorable? What makes that brand unique? How does it make you feel? Ask these same questions as you build a brand around your product, your music. Your favorite brands weren't created overnight. They were re-envisioned over time with lots of thought and intention on the front end. With the goal of creating something you can be proud of, here are some starting points in which you can help narrow down what feels like your brand and what doesn't. First off, we want to create a mission statement and evaluate core values. Great mission statements often include a solution to a problem. It also might identify the end user of the product. For you bands and artists, this means your listeners and your biggest fans. When I was in a band, our mission statement was something along the lines of create honest and personal music, put on a great show, and give fans a memorable experience. In addition to a mission statement, there's an emerging new practice to evaluate the culture of your business, identifying core values. Your core values should include the values and priorities shared by the whole band. Artists have many motivations and intentions behind playing in a band. Those focused on the art itself might focus on core values like creativity, authenticity, and empathy. Those focusing on the band as a communal activity may focus on collaboration, teamwork, and community. If you're a career musician, your core values might include growth, success, and self-improvement. I'll link below to a great list of core values built by Indeed. Next, we'll talk about the look and feel of your brand. The look and feel of your brand will include more obvious components, including the logo and merchandise designs of your band, but also the finer details, such as what color schemes or fonts you use. When working on your branding, consider the themes found in your music or lyrics. If you find yourself writing in minor keys about the challenges you've faced in life, you may want to opt for neutral or darker color schemes. If you find yourself writing upbeat music or empowering songs, you may want to use brighter colors or softer fonts. I recommend checking out ColorMind for ideas on color schemes and DaFont for font ideas. I'll link to both of those below. One of the first components of starting a business and consequently a band is coming up with a name. Creating a band name can be a daunting task. Make sure it's something you can confidently promote, because the most common question after you're in a band is usually, what's it called? Brainstorm a list of ideas using 2 to 3 word phrases. Come up with a list of 10 to 20 ideas, then eliminate half the options and rank the remaining names. Once you finalize the name, create an LLC and register a trademark. I'll probably have to create a whole nother video on that, so more on that later. The second step of designing the look and feel of your brand is your logo. When designing a logo, it can be helpful to look at other band logos for inspiration. Have each band member find a set of band logos that they like and compile them in a folder on Google Drive for your designer to reference. I also highly recommend having multiple logos designed. Going with the first design and not considering alternatives would be similar to publishing the first demo of a song you wrote. You can always change your logo as the band evolves. But again, make sure it's something you can confidently promote and print on something like a t-shirt, which leads us to our next item, merchandising. Explore your options when it comes to graphic designers. Research who your favorite bands are working with. Ask other local artists who they work with. If you believe somebody to be out of your budget, ask them if they can recommend another artist in your budget. If they like your music, they may be inclined to give you a discount. With that said, I fully encourage you to invest in this area of your business and pay artists what they're worth. Find artists that have a unique style, and if you find someone who captures your brand well, keep working with them. Working with the same artists on multiple projects over time can make your brand increasingly cohesive. It can also create a sense of familiarity for long-term fans. As you engage with each graphic designer, make sure you have an agreement in place. Unless it's a work for hire, a contract in which you're paying explicitly to create a design that is your property, you will want to make sure you understand the terms of licensing. For example, hiring an artist to create a merchandise design does not implicitly give you the right to use that same design on a tour flyer. After you design your brand, incorporate it into everything you do. This will create a unique and authentic experience for your fans. It will also keep the various components cohesive. When you're generating ideas for a new project or a promotional item, stick to ideas that feel genuine to your bandmates. When I was in a pop-punk band, we used to throw pizza parties before our show. It was a fun gimmick that felt in line with the genre, but it also served another purpose and incorporated our core values. We did this to get our fans to the show early so they would watch the other bands. Community would have been high up on our list of core values had we done the exercise back then. Our local scene was important to us because we realized support at home was what sustained us and supported our band enough to tour the country. I also had a passion for pop culture, which showed up in our branding, from a Pokemon Go themed parody shirt to a Rick and Morty themed tour with the home team and a Taco Bell themed lyric video. We even did a Marvel themed music video where the lead characters had superpowers and debuted it on Stan Lee's YouTube channel. When I worked with the band Dead, they took their branding to an extreme. During the first set of tours and music videos in support of their first album, they wore white contacts in their eyes to simulate, you guessed it, being dead. It caught a lot of attention and it was not an easy task to pull off, but I appreciated their dedication. I hope that sharing some of my experiences will help you create some unique ideas of your own. Remember to stay true to your mission and your core values along the way. Whatever you do with your band, embrace the things you're passionate about, make it unique, and as always, enjoy the process. Thank you for tuning into Your Band is a Brand. I am your host, David Key. I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our newsletter at yourbandisabrand.com, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.